a whole bunch of cards. I am doing just an en route because I just do things spontaneously. That's just what I do. So anyway, I just felt like doing them right this moment. So I just wanted to go through what I see here for you. So just if I'll do the generalities and then we'll do the clarifying cards, summarize it all at the end here. So what I see here is we're starting out the month for you. As with the moon card, of course, there is some level of confusion. And this is a major arcana, so it definitely speaks to there being some issues that I feel like you don't have full certainty over. You are still kind of going into it in regards to the month with an emotional sort of element. So I would say this could be moodiness. There could be also, you following through with, you've being guided by your intuition, but there's also a certain level of moodiness that goes with this because it's a level of doubt or uncertainty. Everything is not clear yet in your understanding of something. It does seem to be around the things that ground you in terms of finances. The Ace of Pentacles definitely speaks to there being some level of a new project or new opportunity, something here that's a solid new beginning. Could be in love, but for me, this is really more around your finances. So I feel like long-term commitment towards something around security and stability. So there's a bit of a gray area there. You're not really sure about some new path that you're trying to venture out on. Now, the Lover's card, of course, can speak to a decision or some connection, could be a soulmate connection, but either way, it still indicates that there's a level of peace or harmony, shared values, and attraction. And again, we're going to tie it all together here. I do see a marriage card here. I do see a connection, long-term connection. It feels like something along a lover's energy. And again, this can also to a long-term connection being playing a role in around the finances, or that seems to be somehow influencing the finances and the stability. But either way, it's a very deep connection. It's a soulmate connection. Definitely feels like this is additional connection to whoever this resonates for. It does feel like it's could be Taurus energy as well coming through with this. Gemini is also here on the table, just clarifiers, not your main energy out. Main energy out was the moon, so that's your main aspect that seems to be, this is the areas that seem to be not fully clear. There's something around the relationship status, something around the finances that you're having to push through and endure. Of course, there's a lot of connection here, a lot of long-term potential, and certainly with this is also a Leo energy, but card is requiring a lot of emotional resilience in this month. So I feel like you have the confidence, and it definitely feels like you're going to be able to overcome the challenge, whatever you're kind of struggling with there. But just it's patience and understanding, of course. We also have the Four of Swords, so it's almost like you need to it's taking that time away, contemplating those relationships, reflecting and healing all of that. And again, we'll tie it together, but this is the general energy. And then we've got the swords. Could also have a younger person coming in here, but there's also a curiosity, kind of new communication, or somebody's keeping an eye on you. We'll figure that out as we go through. But there's definitely some learning or adjustment as you move forward. And then we have the Hermit card, and of course that speaks to, again, pulling back, Virgo energy, also relevant, not the main energy out here, but certainly speaks to, it's wise moves. It's taking some time away to sort of figure things out. I want to say with the Two of Cups, again, partnership, mutual respect, all of that, emotional connection is the next card out. So it's almost like you really need to kind of spend some time on that connection, on deepening it in some way, or at least a lot of time in really reflecting along that line. So again, we also have it followed up, and again, we'll tie it together here in a minute, but the Eight of Wands does speak to some kind of swift movement or communication in love, more on the lines of possibly an unexpected development or progress around that. So it does feel like more positive. I am also seeing, this is my lawyer card, so this is also legal issues. This is also anything that represents as a father figure, a more masculine energy below that with a father figure. So there could also be that that's relevant here, but very dominating, controlled kind of energy. I would still say that there is clear communication that's going to be coming through here, and it is rapid, development. So in terms of decision making, in terms of communication, I feel like there's more honesty in dealing with someone, and it feels like it's being dealt with in a way of, let's have a clear cut communication around whatever the issue is. So it feels like you're really, really handling it with, very, I don't want to say dominant and commanding energy, but certainly, very what's the word I'm looking for? Just like you're distancing yourself from the emotional aspect of it so that you can deal with the situation. Now, then we kind of end up with the Six of Wands on here too. So, I mean, I would still say that there is something here that kind of moves in your favor in terms of, whatever the issue was that was not working out. It does feel like this is actually moving in your favor. Now, we also have what's good coming in here, but maybe before I get to that, let's go into what I see here. So initially, I do feel like there's a spats going on here because, I mean, even in terms of finances, and we'll go through that here too, but I mean, as far as the finance go, we'll that here in a second, but I do feel like there's a mix of uncertainty around a relationship for sure. And I mean, there is potential growth for sure, but again, the moon card suggested hidden factors or confusion, at least at first, and then you kind of move it into the Ace of Pentacles, the lures, and then there was that more solid foundation for that serious committed relationship. Of course, Hierophant came out with the Strength card, so that points to a long-term potential and more emotional resilience required to get there. We had the Two of Cups, and again, that sort of signaled, harmonious connection and quick movement in a direction with the Eight of Wands. So now we're kind of into that Five of Wands, and so it's almost like there's a little bit of battles coming through here. There's a little bit of disagreement. Again, they're minor, and it does feel like there's some communication, something opens up. There's clarity, more truth with the Ace of Swords. Does feel like a mother figure as well could be coming through here. Someone coming in with representing as Empress. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius sort of energy is also coming through here. But I also feel that this is that energy around, again, could be mother figure, but it definitely speaks to getting clear on the finances. There's more of a discussion around that, around the things that are abundance. Definitely with the Queen of Swords, as I said, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, very strong coming through here, also somehow relevant. But I definitely feel like there's more communication either way. Lots around that relationship aspect. There is still, don't get me wrong, there's still elements around the finances that are still at play, and it still looks like there's a little bit of a negotiation about how to get through things, because this is, trying to juggle the finances to some extent, but doing it very successfully, I will add, with the Nine of Pentacles. So again, this is more long-standing independence and finance that's coming through. Definitely feels like you've got some great ideas, and there's a lot of ambition, a lot of mature energy here. So I feel like whoever you are, you're quite wise. The action-oriented energy of the King of Wands here also indicates to me there's a lot of action that's taking place. It's creative energy here as well. Could be also creatively dealing with your finances. But again, just to kind of recap, in terms, the finances seem to be very much interplay with the romance here, or with the long-term connection. So again, finances, I feel like there is going to be new financial opportunities coming your way, because we have the Ace of Pentacles, which again leads to stability and growth. We had the Emperor, which suggests you have the power to take control of your financial destiny. And it definitely still speaks to you stepping up to a leadership position. Lots of mature energy here that kind of goes hand in hand with that. So we again had the Six of Wands, indicating success, recognition, rewards in your financial endeavors. Sorry guys, it's getting a little dark out here. Hopefully I'll put on my light here in a second if it goes too dark. But in terms of the relationship, I just feel overall you see a significant, you may see a significant partnership deepen in some way. So it's leading to more of a stability and more of a mutual respect that's going on there. So I feel like overall you're heading towards emotional fulfillment, financial growth, and I want to go into the last cards out here, which are Wheel of Fortune. So this is really good. It's like your luck is shifting here in some way. Again, whatever those struggles were, whatever those disagreements, they're just tension around you, but it's not lingering, because there's a lot of conversation here that I see happening to kind of work through this. Um, Again, the Nine of Pentacles coming out with the Wheel of Fortune, really good cards, and all the mature energy with the Kings. Wow, that's really, being in control of your financial destiny for sure. Definitely speaks to a lot of financial independence, self-sufficiency, financial stability, because you actually put in the work and the time and the energy. Lots of ambition, like I said, leadership, entrepreneurial, all of that's coming through here in this situation. So I just feel like that's where you're getting your success, because you really wise energy around you, whether it's consultants or you yourself, but a lot of mature energy. Wheel of Fortune does mean there is some kind of shift or change in the cycle. So it does indicate something's in motion here. Something is shifting around your finances for the better. I feel like it could be an unexpected sort of gain here. But we also have, I'm going to put my light on, guys. Sorry, 2 seconds here. I might have to turn my radio off if everything goes on at the same time. Okay, give me a second. All right, so again, what here is there's action, there's enthusiasm, there's rapid movement. Again, this could also be that you're taking bold steps toward, getting these financial goals achieved. You're pursuing it. Lots of passion, lots of energy, lots of dynamic energy. Ten of Pentacles, long-term financial time money. This is prosperity, definitely generational abundance that you're working on. Queen of Cups tells me there's a lot of, balanced emotions here is really important here. You're approaching things with a sensitive approach to money management, using your intuition. And I feel like you're definitely could be caregiving or at least some kind of family dynamic is at play as well around this. All of this is very intertwined for you. And we also have something here about releasing things that aren't working for you because you also have some big energy around judgment, making some big decisions. I did feel that there was some energy of ending things here with the Ten of Swords. You are making a big decision to not be in this position again. So there might be something here about you having had to. Endure some kind of difficulty. But the Knight of Swords, it's swift decisions, swift action, mental clarity, making quick decisions. And again, there's like an opportunity for change. Then when we get to the Eight of Cups, like I said, things that don't serve you, putting it to the side, walking away from the things that weren't significantly, things that you could invest in, definitely still have the upper hand here with the Seven of Wands. So challenges, that you're maintaining your status, you're defending your choices, you're defending your decisions. There are some regrets, there are some losses, there are some disappointments here. So it's just reminding you to focus on what remains, not to dwell on what is lost. And again, Three of Wands, here it is. You're waiting for the results, the expansion, future growth. And of course, that's where the Ten of Pentacles comes into play. So if there are, previous investments or decisions, things are still kind of yet to unfold, but it definitely signals a beginning of a long term, success. So like I said, you have amazing cards here, and you just have to wait. Like keep doing what you're doing. It's not waiting. It's you're doing something for sure. Lots of mature energy coming in. So I definitely feel like you've got clarity on how you're moving forward. So, like I said, there's a lot of energy here about a big shift taking place here for you financially. And whatever this is, it's going to lead to long-term stability, and it's definitely around your finances for sure. And I feel like you've had some setbacks in that area, but if you're part of a larger transformation right now, because the Ten of Swords is out here, that cycle's over. So again, trust your intuition, get the clarity that you need. Right now, you've got some confusion with the doubt aspect that you're dealing with in the month of April, but I do feel like you're going to be able to move forward with no problem because you've got Knight of Wands energy, you've got Three of Wands, you're embracing the changes with the Wheel of Fortune. You see that there's a big change happening. Just be open to it, and also, again, you're getting rid of that Eight of Cups, Ten of Swords, and the advice was just, don't hang on to the things emotionally that were blocking. Create the space for something better. So you really are staying focused on your goals this month, and I feel like you're using your clarity as a big part of that. You're having the conversations you need to have. You've got a lot of growth, and personally and financially and in terms of your family and in terms of your relationships for sure. I definitely feel you're still balancing out some of the relationships more so in the month of April, but overall, the shifts will be changing. Probably quite big. It's just starting the shift in April, but it'll be probably bigger changes, going forward. Anyway, that's what I have for you. Keep moving forward, and that's what I have for you, Pisces, for the month of April. Good stuff.